And good evening, morning, or afternoon. We are back after our first class last week. So, welcome to part 2. We are going to talk about collage and ephemera. And I'm just going to take a moment to see if somebody would like to come in and join. So, let me start by telling a little bit about how and why I started crafting arts and crafts. And a couple of years ago I was very sick. I had a chronic disease, and because of that I had a lot of surgeries, recoveries, and I was in and out of the hospital and at home for years. And that makes you think about the things you can do and the things you cannot do. But I was trying to focus on something small that I could do, and that is how I started crafting. I started out with just some paper and a scorpel, and started out with making some paper boxes, some little cards and little labels. I also had a lot of paints, and yeah, that is how I started by hi Arizona. So I started out with doing little paintings for nurseries and birthday cards and boxes with little presents in it, that kind of stuff. And over the last couple of years I really discovered that I am not the only one. When you have an illness, you are sick, a chronic disease, it is very good to have something that you can relax, and that you have something to do that you can do, because most of the times when you have an illness you have a lot of things you cannot do. And it is also how I came where I am right now, because if you can feel something and you can see something in your mind and you can dream about something, it means that you can also do it. And that is also the reason how I became a maker for Tim Holtz, because I was dreaming about it and I made some steps towards that, and it works. So never ever give up on your dreams. And so this was my little intro for tonight, just maybe so you can get to know me a little bit more. And yeah, I just want to get started with the project that we started last week. So tonight we are going to talk about collage and ephemera. I prepared some stuff and some explanation for you guys, and I hope you will enjoy. So I am going to switch the camera to my working table, and let's get started. Okay, so last week we at the end it looked a little bit like this, and I told you guys that when you had an hour or two the last couple of days, that you could do this at home and do your stitching if you have a machine. And I will hold it up a little bit closer to the camera. So this was my front. You see I stitched around, and this is the inside. What I also told you was when you have a teared edge and you have some clear space, make good use of your stamps, and that is what you can see over here. So my stitching is all the way around, and so here is the vest. There is a little something on there. So this is the vest. And I punched the holes, put the eyelets in, and just, it's not a very thick piece of string, because otherwise it could get too bulky, and you really want this to, to close and not be such a bulk that you will, that you will get like a little bit of a lump in your little booklet, so you don't want that. And now I'm going further with Collage and Ephemera. So I talked about it last week. This was going to be a collage, and what I mean by collage is all pieces of paper, images, ephemera, putting it all together, and that it looks nice. And I saw one paper doll that stood out to me, and that is this nice little lady. And a collage does not mean it cannot be like interactive, because you can make a collage but also make it interactive, like a flap, folding flap, or like this or this, or you can combine it into some kind of pocket or a tuck spot. So I got all kinds of pieces out tonight. As you can see here in the corner, I have my layers. Here I have my ephemera pack, the leftovers that I had from this Halloween release. Over here I was very happy because I had Halloween snippets pack from last year, so 2020. And so I just put some things on the table. Here are some scraps of the warm wallpaper, the strips. I made some tabs for tonight, some red tabs, because I really like a pop of color. And just let's see how it will go. So about collage, when I look at this background, you can see it's a pattern and it's a bit busy. So I am looking for something that can stand out, and that is exactly what you will see right away when you put her on top of this background, because her dress is very very dark. So that is the reason that I like her on this page. And then I was thinking, when you only normally collage, I would do like, it's not like a rule, but it's something that I really was, well, it was helping me. When you see it as a triangle, I was clustering pieces in a triangle. So let me say, this is just an example. Let me say if I would use these words, I would do it in 3 parts like this. And then when you have think about, yeah, I want to add another element, then I go one step smaller. Let me see. And then like this. So this is only for an example. This is not how it's going to be. Numbers, I love numbers. This is not a good color for that, but maybe this is. So when it's only a collage, I mostly work in 3s. That is very handy for also beginners. And the second thing about collage is that I work from like some bigger pieces. So this is a larger piece, and then you go one step smaller, and even when you want to go another step smaller, there are like snippets from this last release, the curator snippets. They are awesome. And maybe then you can choose for a little bit of green in there. And that is how I started collaging. Clustering in a triangle just to have, something to lead me. So clustering, triangle, and you work from bigger pieces to smaller pieces. So those were the things that I was, they were leading for me. So for now, so this was my first thing that I thought, yeah, I'm going to do this tonight. But then, yeah, your brain works in a different way sometimes. I was thinking about, I can do a little collage with her, but then also make it interactive, like a pocket to put something in there. So I was looking at some papers to put behind her, and also to create like a tuck spot. And because of the background is, well, the pattern isn't very balanced. It's like quiet. I want a lighter type of paper, just to give it that contrast that I like. So there is another one, contrast. You have lighter papers, you have darker papers. And I was aiming for this corner, so when you are planning on putting something in and out of there, it could go from, let me see, it could go from this side, you understand? And then maybe like in a quarter of a circle you can put stuff in. Okay. But then I have, now I have 2 layers. But for me, that's not enough. So I am adding more layers. And I want something to go behind. And like I said in the beginning, I also like a pop of, well, not only red, but in every project that you make, I like, I like a vibrant color that stands out. So in this case, I will go for red, because already last week we did something with red, and I'm going to repeat that along this project. Okay, but now, okay, there is happening something, but for me not enough. So I'm going to take a look at my papers and see what I have. This is the paper that we already used, so I'm not going to use this side, but I'm going to take a look if I can use this side with the insects. And just like last week, just tear as much as you like. And this is what I'm laying down, and it's not like this will be it, or this is the way it's going to be. I don't know. Sometimes I tear, well, six pieces of paper, and it still isn't the one. So what I am looking at right now is to, if you put everything, you know, this is the edge of this paper, and you put it right on the edge, and you put it also right on the edge of the dress of the lady, it's all too, for me, it's too neat. If you want it to be more playful, and I would suggest that you make kind of overlap to the side. And then I also see there is a lot of green over there right now, and maybe I do want some reds, red colors in there, like this. And then you can see it's all overlapping. And this can also be tailored into the right size when you are sure about all your choices and all your pieces. So the curator snippets, they come in a lot of colors. And in this case we have some greens going on and some reds. So right now I am looking for a way to layer this piece and add some dimension. And then I'm still in the green and there is a red line around. So I'm bringing the red also back in it. And then I'm also looking at the bottom and I think, okay, we could use maybe some brighter red over there. And this is just a piece of an old envelope, as you can see. So you can use everything you want. This was just happening to be the right color that I needed today. Yes, I like it. So right now you can see what is happening. It's a perfect add to your, but maybe I do not want a very big piece, but maybe just a little thing going on like this. So that is already nice. I will put this to the side a bit because my eye catches this line and it's too straight for me. So I really want it to be more old and damaged, worn. And it also means is for this one. So your paper distresser is awesome for this. And sometimes I am way too too heavy on the paper distresser and I tear a whole piece apart. But yeah, what happens happens, and just I think that is also the beauty of a vintage theme, because yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect. So it's, for me, it's like a little bit of a puzzle. And it's not like I am going to adhere everything right away, because yeah, I first want to have a little bit of a play and see how everything will lay down. And as soon as you think, yeah, that is the right place, I prepared my papers. They have rough edges, and I have inked all the edges. Then put it in place, because as soon as you start putting it all together, you will have another look at your project. So I was also sure about this piece peeking out right here. So I will put that down also. Sunny California. Oh, that sounds really, really good. Sunny California. Awesome. Over here it is going to be autumn and winter, and we are not looking forward to that. I like a little bit of warmth and like camping season and everything. So first, this was going to be just a glued down collage, and I decided to make it into a pocket for the ones who turned or joined us later. I'm going to make a collaged tuck spot. So what I often do, I have a little pen over here. Because you cannot glue the whole lady, so I turned it over. I make the lines and I exactly know where to put the glue. And I really also love the collage medium because the small tip to put the glue on is awesome, and also how it dries clear and not like glossy blobs or something like that. Okay, so this is like this is the way I build my collage, or in this case a collaged tuck spot. And let me see if I have another cute snippet to put in there. Maybe a real good pop of green. No, I want this more to the side. Did you see what happened? I could easily put it like this, but then I have another straight edge. I don't like that. I can push it maybe a little bit more inwards, but you don't see a lot. But when I do it like this, when I'm holding it like this, it's pretty, it's okay. But when I have to glue it down, it goes very far to the edge. And it does not give me enough space to put your ephemera or your labels in. So, and I want her more to the left bottom corner. So I'm going to keep it a little bit more like this. And then we had the bottom part with the ripped papers. And then they also have to look how you teared your paper, because the sides are always different because of the paper grain that is in there. And I don't know if the camera will pick up. I like this edge instead of, is it working? Instead of this edge. This is a little bit too plain for me, and I like it more rough. Yeah, there you go. So that is the side that I'm going to ink up. still using my archival ink, the coffee color. And as you can see, the strip is too long, but you can better have it too long at the beginning than too short. And I'm going to take a look which way I like it best. And I can also point out, this is a piece of her dress, but I'm going to take it as an extra layer on the bottom. And it's dark, so it gives contrast. So that catches my eye. And then I had this one, I wanted this to be more here, because I want things to be overlapping a bit for the layers. I do like the insect that is coming out above, but this is a bit too bulky to me, and I'm going to tear that more to a smaller piece of paper. And for me this is also important, even if I'm going to cover it up later or not. I am always looking how to place my paper. Do I want the words to be seen, or do I want to cover them? So yeah, for me, I have a lot of comments about details, and it's not like I am doing that, yeah, how do you say it, on purpose, but that's just the way how I see it. And I really was thinking if I have something in the green. Let me see if I have that piece of paper. Because I was running out of paper on Halloween paper very bad. Okay, let me see where it is. Oh yes, this is awesome. I have it. I have a piece over here. Because when we talked about repeating steps, this is one of them, because I have used the green everywhere, and I really like the pop of red. So maybe it's nice to put some green in. And then I'm always looking at my camera. In your case, you can use your cell phone, just make a picture. Make a picture with the green paper on top, and make a picture with the red paper on top, and then see what goes best. Yeah, and I really do like the green because it's also in here and it's in here, and I want it to be back in this piece of collage. Okay, so I am going to tear a piece off. Yeah, that will work for me. So I'm going to ink up the edges. And in this case, it's the same, like I just told you about going from the bigger papers to the smaller papers. That's also for this. This is the little bit of a bigger paper. And then I went a little bit smaller. And then in the end, the smallest pieces, you can use the snippets. And if you were wondering what about the stitching part, well, I will, for tonight, I'm going to glue this, and then next week I will do some stitching. You can do some crisscross, the cross stitching. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that you guys are enjoying the lessons, because I really wasn't sure if it would be that somebody would come and watch. So I just tried, and I was hoping somebody would come and join. And also for here, as soon as you think, yes, this is it, this piece will go there, just glue it down so you can build your project, and you will have a new look on your project, on your collage. So this is the green piece. And now I'm going to look if I want it like more like this. So, and it's also a bit of you know, a try, because you never know what I know what I like, and I know what I would like to do, and I would like to show you, but it's never sure up front if that also is the way you would like me to give you explanation or show you things. So okay, so I can glue this down right now, but what comes to mind is that the red paper is, of course, it's plain, it's only red. So you can still think about adding, what do you want to add on the bottom part. And this could be a great time to use your stamps for maybe a number, or maybe you have a remnant rub from the Halloween. Maybe you have some tape. Let me think. Tape, stamps, and remnants. Yeah, remnant rubs. Those are the most used items for these little pieces. Okay, let me get my stamps out. Even this has nothing to do with Halloween. I really appreciate the diversity of the Field Note stamp set. I'm not going to turn it over because everything will fall out. But yeah, you know, all the numbers, you can use it over and over again. And that is why I like it. It's awesome. So I'm going to pick some numbers and see what I'm going to stamp down. So if you have had any doubts about buying this, ordering this, yeah, no doubts needed, I would say. Okay, brown ink will not be standing out so much. So in this case I am going to do the jet black. So if you don't have the stamps, just take a look in your stash. Maybe you have a rub on, a remnant rub, or some other small kind of craft supply that you can use. And as you can see, I can stamp it partially. I like that better because it's less perfect. And then you can still see, I will pick it up and put it up to the camera because it's very far away, I see. So in this case you can still see the large, well, a large piece of the butterfly, the green strip in the middle, and also the stamp. And that is just adding layers. For this piece it's sticking out a little bit more, so I need a bigger number. These are too small. So I'm going to do a bigger number. And just, yeah, you put the strip, the green strip on and check it, and you take it off and you check it, and yeah, just do that until you are satisfied. And this will work better for me. So I will put the stamps to the side, the ink pad to the side. And then of course I can glue this down right now because I'm sure about the position and every layer underneath that it is done. Okay, and I want something on top of here. So there is also, how is it called? The sticker book. Let me see, the Halloween sticker book. Just have to see where I did put it. Okay, I cannot seem to find it. Then I will make another solution with some papers. And it is what I like because the background is a little bit darker because of the green. Then you need another light color to make it stand out again. I hope you can see very well. Yep. So I cannot seem to find my sticker book, so this is another great solution. Oh. Okay. So, and then it will look a little bit more like this. And if you think this edge is too much up, it covers way too much of her dress and her appearance, just tear off another piece. And it will go like this. Okay. So when you have some time, maybe later today or next week, what I would do is use the stitching on this edge, like the crisscross stitching, maybe on this edge or in between here, maybe something on this side, but just a little piece. So I do not mean the whole piece like this, but just a little piece over here and maybe a little piece over here, and just leave the threads hanging, because that also gives another dimension to your work. So that is for this page. And if you are making this next week and you did do the stitching and glued it on like this, and you really want it to be like a pocket, do it the same way that I told you last week. Make a little bit of a more, make a little bit more room on the inside to put your ephemera and labels and tickets and everything in. So just make these strips and glue one here to the side and one, oh, I have a smaller piece over here, and one on this side, and then glue the whole thing down. So that is what I'm going to do tomorrow, I think. In my spare time I will stitch this, but you can really get a very good idea about how to make your little collage and tuck spot in one. And I can not even tell you if it's finished, because maybe, you know, I told you about the curator snippets. Maybe I think, no, I would like to add something, maybe over here, maybe over here. You see how cute that is? So that is what I am going to do, because I can see that right away that I really, really like that. Yeah, I will do that. And that is how you build your collages. And because this one is empty, you can go back to your stamps. And let me see if this will be, oh, that will be a great fit. I will use that. This is the filed word from the Field Notes stamp set. And that is great. And then that will go right up here and will pop out a little bit. Yes, that is cute. Well, and that is also how you play this, and how you are building. Because let me see if I can find or see something else that I would like. But you can still add things later. Oh, but I do like the bugs. Oh, this is also awesome. That is cool. Because what I see right now, because that's also another step, is like connection. What I see, I will point it out, is that there is a space between this upper part. This is connected, this is connected. But, well, for me there is a little bit of a gap over here. Yeah, and I think I do like the bug on top. Or maybe something else, but then you know also the way how you can connect your pieces together to make it whole and balanced. And if you don't have the bug, maybe you have the butterfly. And let's see if you can, if it's too much a butterfly on a butterfly. But this is the way how I play around, just to make, just until I am satisfied. This isn't going to work. I have a little butterfly over here with some purple, and that's not it either. Okay, so I will leave it for now, so you have a great idea how to make your collage tuck spot for the next week. So that is for this page. Then what I already did, let me see, this was the cover. And I told you I was going to punch a hole over here and put also an eyelet in. So I already prepared it with the strip from the warm wallpaper scraps. And we talked about, if you remember, we talked about the baseboard frames. I have them right here. And I don't know if you remember what we talked about the vellum. I had just a leftover piece of vellum last week, and I crumpled it up and fold it out again. And today I, yeah, how do you say? You have like a little scissor and you poke a hole and then you tear a piece out, and then it looks like a little bit of a matte glass window with some holes in it. So for tonight I am not going to do, you know, you have all those frames where you can put on the grit paste and everything, and the glaze and crackle, and I am not going to do that tonight because I want you to show you when you have the material raw like it is right now, what you can do with it. And this is already so gorgeous. The window is gorgeous, the frame is gorgeous, and the window is already gorgeous. So this was supposed to go over here. I really like it because you have the green, I have the green over here, I have a little bit of more white, lighter color that is returning in this pocket. Yeah, I think it will work well together. So on the front you have the baseboard pack, and I saw this yeah, creepy eye. And I wanted to have one of the Halloween paper dolls. So I saw, oh, let me see, like, okay, so the boy and the girl were attached like this. But don't be afraid, I really liked her, so I just had to cut the boy off. But don't be afraid to do that, because if you like something and you see something and it gives you a good vibe, it will work for your project, just cut it. Don't be afraid or say, oh, it's just new material, I don't want to ruin it, I don't want to cut it. No, just do that. Because I can really tell you, I've been that way for many, many years. Beautiful products, beautiful papers, beautiful ephemera. I don't want to ruin it. And but as soon as I got loose from that, my creativity started flowing way and way more. Okay, so I was thinking about the eye, and then you have the creepy eyes. It's still great to have these in the line. So this is supposed to go over here. And the girl on top, sitting on top of there. And then when I was looking, I thought this is a little bit white, it's a little bit plain. I want something going on there, so I got something out of the snippets pack, and I will just tear a little corner and roughen it up a bit. So are there people who are making this album, little mini book? I would really like to know. I did see a couple of messages on my Instagram DM and also on that somebody tagged me. So if you are joining this class and you are working along, you can post your pictures. I would love it if it is that you are doing it because of this class. Just tag me Marley Design or use my hashtag Marley Design, so I can see what everybody is making and how it is going. I'm also trying to read my comments because oh yeah, check out the miniatures section at Hobby Lobby for doors and windows. Oh, I really love, I love Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's. And it really sucks I don't live in the United States. Here, you see Joann's? Yeah. Joann's online. Joann's has also a great assortment of stuff. So yeah, maybe perhaps over there. It's been a while. I've been in the United States. I really love America. Half of my family lives over there. I have family in Michigan, Philadelphia, Alaska, Florida, and even more, but not in contact, so I don't know exactly where they live right now. But no, my favorite, my all-time favorite aunt is living in Florida. So that is why last week I said, woohoo, Florida, I love Florida. And I love some sun. Okay, so this will be the closure, and I do like the craft color, but I wanted to show you the Halloween mini album that I made for the Halloween release for Tim Holtz, how I covered these pieces, and that is just by looking through your little snippets and ephemera and find something fittable for this size that you want to cover up. And then you go like this and cover it. And I cannot wait to get back to America. And I did think there was an opening for that. Isn't it in November that they are going to open the borders for international travel? Maybe, I'm not sure, but okay, let me see, because I had a piece of like this, and that was supposed to go up here because that was a very good fit. Michigan, yeah, been there. My favorite aunt, she's now living in Florida, but she lived in Michigan for, well, I think 30 years. And then they got, she and my uncle got retired and moved to Florida. But I still have, her children are still in Michigan, so I still have one niece and one nephew over there. You can still make this book, because I'm reading a comment right now. I am making some, but with the materials you have right now, Melanie, and that's fine, because you can do this in all kind of themes and all kinds of materials, and just pick out the things that you like from this class and make it into your own with your own materials. And if you don't have the Halloween line, that is fine. That's also fine. I just hope you will get to enjoy this class and get going with your own stuff. So in this case, I also want to have things out of the frame, not everything nice and neatly in the frame. You want something to get over that edge. I'm going to glue this one later on, I think tomorrow, but I will use my glue gun because then I can put it a little bit better in there. But you can get the idea. So if you have the creepy eyes, yes, use them. And I used some red over here, and I also want to use some red over here. So if you have an idea about how I could improve my class or instructions, please, well, I cannot revisit this chat, so if you have an idea on how to improve, or you can type it in right now so I can read it, or leave me a message or comment later on the live stream on my channel. Because I really would like to know if I can meet your needs. Oh, that's also a perfect fit. Awesome. So I have the curator snippets over here because I already worked from the biggest paper to smaller papers and now to even smaller papers. So that will go right on there, and then it will look like more like this, the cover. I will hold it up to the camera. Okay. I am not able to glue this down already because I was thinking I forgot to tell you about the stitching. So, but you get the idea for next week if you want to make this with some kind of frame you have or the Halloween frames. Don't forget your stitching. And you can also do this, it will be the back pocket, like I will show you one more time. This will go around like this, and on the back you will have it like so. You can also do your covering with the ephemera and the layers at home next week, and after that you can stitch the whole thing down. I am just showing you, this is not what I am going to do, but I'm just showing you what you can do next week if you have some time and you would like to craft a bit. You could cover up the back pocket and stitch all around. And a little bit in the same manner as I did over here. Okay. So the eye will go on tomorrow. I will put it to the side. The girl will go on top, and I want her to sit on this curve of the oval, and just her feet a little bit dangling below here. So you can see the glue will only go on this point of the paper doll. Okay, just hold it down for one moment and put her in the right position. And there you go. And it could very well be that in the next couple of days I would think, okay, maybe I would like some green over there, and then you go back to your snippets and just pop it in and glue it down. And then you will have another layer. But just take a look at home when you think it's finished and it's enough, it's enough. And I will see in the next couple of days what I am going to do. So this is what you can do next week. You can do the cover, the closure with the frame and a punch a hole and put an eyelet in. You can do the back of the pocket. You can glue your pieces down. Okay, I will put this to the side. We have covered this piece for tonight. And then we are going to do one more thing, and that is a layer. I'm going to put in a layer. I already prepared one, and that is this one. And it slides in the pocket we already made last week, and it looks like this. This is a layer. This is from the ephemera pack. And what I just told you is also happening over here. So this is the biggest piece to begin with. This is the smaller piece that I sewed or stitched on. So the biggest piece of paper, a smaller piece, and then you have even smaller, and I added the pop of red in a tab with a little piece of text. And it's just like, it's just open, and it is meant to slide in your little tags, notes and papers. Okay. And I have another one over here. So the biggest difference for me is this one is mostly dark of color. This one is mostly light of color. So I am working in an opposite direction because a dark background. So I added, my next layer, I added a lighter layer. So in this case, my feel would go to something darker. Maybe something like this. But I also see a very cute owl, which I can also use to... Yes, I like this because I can show you. If you put this on the top and let it go over the side, you immediately have an extra. Yeah, if you cover this maybe with a piece of leftover paper, then you have a tab right away. So yeah, I'm going to work on this one. Most of the time I am gluing this down on, let me see, this is also green and I want the green to come back in this project, so I am going to glue it, I'm going to glue it on this page, and I want this side to be visible. And maybe I have some residue of inks or something on my craft sheet. I do clean my craft sheet, but sometimes you have some leftovers, and I don't mind. Sometimes your papers are in there, and they will get little spots. Your papers will get some little spots, and yeah, I don't mind that. But if you do mind and you don't want it to be a little bit filthy, yeah, make sure your craft sheet or craft mat is very clean. And mine isn't. So why would I glue this on such a beautiful backdrop? I like it. Let me see if I think, yeah, I did it over here too. And I even ripped a piece of the paper, but yeah, that's the look of vintage. And I just let it be what it is. I am gluing it down so I have a nice background. Because maybe you want to put in or glue down some of your favorite Halloween pictures. And I think it looks nicer on a patterned background instead of just a white background. So just make sure it's good, in a good way glued to the paper, also the corners. And if it's not adhered, yeah, just in one try, you can still add some glue on the corners just in a couple of minutes. You see, when you would put a photo over here, it looks nicer right away because you have a nice background. So that is what I'm trying to do. And that is the reason why I cover it up. Yeah, I have had so many comments and lovely reactions on the Christmas journal and the Christmas panel, but because I do read all the comments and I always do a like or a heart or a thumbs up or whatever, like I want you to know that I did see it, but because since I did the Halloween release and the Christmas release, I've been very, very busy. And I had tens, maybe a couple of hundred messages, comments, DMs, that kind of stuff, emails. I even had emails. So yeah, that will be a little bit too much for me right now to give an answer to everybody. Yeah, one moment, please. My son is walking in. Hey, baby. Oh, you are bleeding. Je bloedt. Oh, ga maar naar papa. Papa gaat jou helpen.
En mama ook.
Oh, echt? Let's go to daddy. Daddy will help you. Ga maar naar papa. Papa heeft een pleister en verband en zo. Ga het maar schoonmaken. Just clean it. Okay? Okay. Okay, yeah, he's a little bit young. He's about 5 years old, so he doesn't understand that that I am working right now. But he was bleeding on both his legs. Okay, so I do want to cover up this upper piece, and a nice way to do that is like the label tape. It mostly is the right size, the right fit. You have a nice coverage right away. So let me see. And what I love most about the label tape is the intense dark color. Yeah, it's contrast and it pops out. I really love it. Let me see if I'm doing it on the right side. And I am. Okay. Yeah, the kids were just playing outside because we did have nice weather this weekend, and they really want to enjoy the little bit of sun that we had. So they were playing outside, and I think my little one just had a little bit of an accident. So this will go like this. And then on the back you have it covered right away. Then you put your photo over here. So for this one I would think about also, you know, that we did the words over here, and also on the little lady with the collage that we just did. And if we are talking about repetition, you can also do that over here. And I am just looking for the right size right now. And then it would look a little bit like this. Let me see if I can show you. Well, he's not, the camera is not automatically adjusting. But you will get the idea, I think. Okay. So repeat, roughen up your edges, ink them. Yeah, don't you just love the image? And how wonderful. I don't know if you have seen the live from Tim when he revealed the Halloween ideology, but I thought the original card, I don't know if it's a card or a poster or whatever, or a flyer, but the original had somebody sitting over here. So how cool is that they can with graphic design they can change that. That is awesome. So for now this will work for me. Then you can glue it down. And as you can see over here, it's shifted. I don't want that. I want it to be in the middle. I don't want it to be crooked. And slide it down. I want it like this. Okay, let that dry for a bit. And as you can see here, I also made the red return even in just small little pieces, and I would also love it to do that over here. So let me see if I can. So make sure that you are looking on both sides, because you have the front and you have the back to keep in mind. But yeah, this could also work for the back. And I am just showing you how to place it right now, because I cannot go without my stitching, and I really want it to be stitched to give you the best idea about how I work and how you could incorporate it in your own work. So this will go a little bit like this. And make sure it's not leveled at the same height, but you want it to or larger on top or a little bit lower. So this could very well be nice to do. And otherwise I am looking for some other ways to make it happen. That is also cute. That is also a possibility. So just play with it. What I'm going to do tomorrow is like stitch all the edges. I'm going to stitch this down. I am leaving a strip of white over here, and then yeah, well, just think about it if you want to put a stamp over there, or maybe some extra, you know, these little small words for on the side. Just think about it before you glue or stitch everything down, what you want. Remnant rub, stamp, a little piece of ephemera, maybe a piece of the snippets, and just play around. So I'm going to stitch this tomorrow, but you get an idea. I will not fully glue or stitch this down, because I want it to be like this. This will be closed and this side will be closed, so I can still tuck things in that I want to keep or hold in place, a picture, a recipe, a note, something like that. Okay, so for tonight I had the collage of the lady, I had the frame, and I had these two pieces. So I think that there is enough for the upcoming week to do or to try. And yeah, so I will give you some time if you have a question or you want something to know. Just ask me. I'm trying to see if I can get if I can see if there are any questions further back in the chat. So put it in the comments right now if you have a question, and I will talk you through, or I will answer. Love the vellum in the window. Yeah, I thought that was cute too. So I really hope that there are some people that would like to make this, and tag me in your project or process. Let me see if there are any questions. Yeah, the scrap sheet. Yeah, I like that you have everything out around you to use. Yeah, that is one of the reasons when you do use your products, because you know, I have had it in drawers a long time, and every time when you have to look for a piece, the drawer goes open, you have to go through everything and just get something out. But now I have all these pieces together, I can see immediately what I want, what I can combine. So yeah, for me it works, and yeah, maybe for you too. I love the moon image. Hello USA, hi Paris, so cool, love it. Okay, so if there aren't any questions right now, I am going to switch back to hello, my face. I really want to thank you for all the support, comments that you leave on below my videos or on my Instagram account. Any questions are really welcome. I do have the time to respond to your questions, and if you are making something that you saw on the live stream this week or last week, or if you have seen something on my Instagram feed, I would love for you to tag me, hashtag Marley Design or at Marley Design, so I can also enjoy the process that you guys are going through. And yeah, I just only can say I really appreciate it for coming tonight. And I really want to say thank you for that, because without any followers or without any I would say friends that like your work, you cannot build a channel and you cannot build an Instagram account. Everything that I put into this everything is free, so it's all my spare time. The video making, the taping, the editing, the creating, and I want you to be part of that and also enjoy it and have fun. So yeah, maybe a thumbs up, a comment, or subscribe. That would be great. So thank you for your time today. There is only one part left of the class that will be in 1 week. So next Sunday, 9 a.m. PT or 6 p.m. Central European Summertime. I have to think about it. Central European Summertime, yeah. So that will be like 5 UK time PM. So that will be for now the last class, the last part of this class. And then we are going to do the finishing touches and maybe some filling of the pockets. And I really hope to see you next week. And yeah, enjoy your day or the rest of your weekend. Have a great week. I am going to close.